Hello all and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make this look for you guys. It's with the new Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette. This palette here, and I'm so excited to show you a look with this palette. I just recently got in the mail and I've only used it one other time, so I'm really excited to show you this look that I created today, and I hope you all enjoy and have a great time watching. Grab me some popcorn because it's probably going to be a long one. Okay, so first things first, we are going to prime our face. It's really important to prime your face in the summer because you don't want any breakthroughs from your foundation. Make sure you just keep your skin flawless and smooth or dewy if that's the look that you want. I personally have oily skin and I use a dewy foundation, so it's more beneficial for me to use a primer that is going to smooth out my pores. So this is the primer that I've been using. It is the Maybelline Master Prime. It's about $7 from the drugstore, and honestly I like it better than Professional. I find that it's more sticky than the Professional primer by Benefit, so honestly I prefer this one, so it's a great dupe. So we are just going to dab a little bit onto our finger and put it in our T-zone. Put it on my nose and just rub it all in with your fingers nice and lightly. I like to get a little on my chin because I do have a little texture there as well, so I really try and get some primer on there too. On the forehead. And I do want to mention that I did moisturize before I started getting ready after I washed my face, and that's really important at all times of the year, not just in the summer. So you want to make sure you do that. Up next is foundation. This is the foundation I've been loving this summer. It's the L'Oreal Lumi foundation, and I have it in color Buff Beige in 4. I get super tan, as you can see, during the summer, and I do get some freckles also. So the Buff Beige color is perfect for me. So I just usually put it on my pointer finger, 3 squirts, and then like a half squirt for my nose and my chin. And I'm going to take a damp beauty blender that I'm going to also spritz with some MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime and just squirt it all over. Squirt it all over my beauty blender. This is actually the Real Techniques beauty blender. It's the $7 one that you can get from either Ulta or I think they have them at Target now, so you can find these everywhere. And you just blend it all in. And now I do have a recommendation for people who do get a tan in the summer, but you don't have a darker foundation on hand, or you can just keep this product with you at all times for the occasions whenever you might be on vacation and you don't feel like buying a darker foundation just because you're going to get a tan on vacation. I use this product. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal. A lot of makeup artists use it for contouring on their clients, but I actually use it to darken up my foundation. So if I get really tan, for instance, whenever I was on vacation, I would put the Pro Conceal on my hand with my foundation and just blend it together and then apply it to my face, and it looked great. So that's another option for you if you get really tan in the summertime, or if you do a spray tan or whatever have you, that way that your foundation matches your skin a little better. So after we get everything blended out, as you can see, this is a pretty dewy foundation. It's not like super full coverage, which I prefer. I'm not like a super full coverage kind of girl. I just find that it cakes up on my face way too easily. and it's just not for me. So, you know, do what you do. Next up is going to be concealing and highlighting, and I have mentioned this before on my channel. This is the Maybeline New York Fit Me concealer, not foundation, just did that. Concealer, and this is in the color Sand. It has a nice yellow undertone in it, and I have been really digging that on my skin lately. In the summer, I like a good yellow toned concealer, so this is a good one for me. They don't have a wide variety of color options in this concealer. I think there's like maybe 5, possibly 6. But I really, really, really like it. I actually like it better than the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. And that one's like $30. And this one is $7. So obviously the real winner here is going to be the Maybelline. So I just go ahead and do the same thing I did with my foundation with the same beauty blender. I'm not picky about using a different beauty blender for my personal foundation and concealer. If I'm doing makeup on someone, of course I'm going to use a clean one, but when I'm doing myself, I don't mind. Okay. And after you get that done, it is time to set that. And to set my concealer lately, actually I bought this because I forgot my makeup coming to my boyfriend's house one time, and I just wanted like something cheap to like get the job done. But actually I ended up really liking this because I really like banana powder, and it's the Wet n Wild contouring palette contour in caramel toffee, and I use this banana shade here. I really, really like it. I think it's the perfect banana color under my eyes, so I just go straight in under my eyes and in my inner corner and just dab that in. I like this color for me better in the summertime, because with tan skin I find that a banana color setting powder looks a little more natural than your average translucent one. So I'm just going to use this setting powder in my T-zone, dabbing it in with the Beauty Blender, really setting it in there, making sure that it's not going to move in this hot summer days. Oh my gosh, y'all. It has been so hot here in South Louisiana. Like, you can walk outside and just like melt. I don't think people understand how hot it gets here with the humidity. And the humidity is just redonkulous. So anyway, back on the makeup. After I set my T-zone with this banana powder, I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Lock It Translucent Powder. It's just a loose translucent powder. I'm going to dab. Ooh, okay. That was a little more than I expected. It's all over me. I'm going to dab a little bit into the cap and tap my Morphe. This is just a regular like blending face brush. I got this in a set, so it doesn't have a name, but I like it and it gets the job done for powder. So I'm just gonna blend that all in. All in the areas. I mean, I'll go over the areas that I set with the yellow banana powder, but I just kind of blend it all over my face, make sure everything is covered, because like I said, I get oily and I don't want my foundation to move, so I just set it all in with a powder. Okay. Alright, so now that our base is done, I'm going to move on to bronzing. And actually, recently I've been into not contouring my face this summer. I kind of just like an all over bronzy look. So that's what we're going to go for today. For bronzer today, I'm going to use the tried and true Hoola bronzer with the Real Techniques blush brush. I actually just recently started using this again, and I'm like, wow, I forgot how much I like it, because it kind of comes to a taper, so it's really nice for like getting that bronzed glow look all over your face. So I'm just going to dab a little in here, and I start off with windshield wiper motions, and then I just do circular motions basically all over my cheek. And then I do the same thing on the other side. So as you can see, it gives my face a little color, but I'm not contouring. And then after I go in on my cheeks, I kind of go a little in my hairline just to kind of even out that face. You especially whenever you are using a bronzer, I find it looks a lot more cohesive if you just bronze in these outer points of your face. It kind of makes you look more skinnier, whatever, sunken in. I do anything to make myself look skinnier, so hey, do what you please. And then after I go in and do that, I kind of see that there's an area right here where I'm looking a little shiny, so I'm just going to dab a little bit more of that setting powder in there. Don't want to be shiny. I want to be glowy, but I don't want to be shiny. So let's get rid of that real quick. And then after I do my bronzer, then I'm going to go in and start with my eyes. And I'm just going with a really pretty bronzy sunset glow look today. Does that make any sense? Probably not. But anyway, I'm using the new Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. I recently got this last week, and I've only gotten to use it once, so I'm excited to use it again with you guys. They have so many pretty colors in here. My gosh. Like, oh my gosh. This palette is everything. So I'm going, sorry for the lighting change. There's sudden clouds going over. I'm going to probably start with this color here is going to be my crease color. And I'm sorry my palette didn't come with a name, so I'm just going to try my best and show you the colors that I'm using. I'm sorry. And it's going to be our crease color. We're just going in with a Morphe eyeshadow blending brush and going all in our crease with windshield wiper motions and then circular motions. So just get all up in there. This is a beautiful color. Perfect for the crease. Way to go, Jaclyn. The next color I'm going to go in with is this little darker shade here. 4 on the second row. I'm starting in my outer crease, and I'm doing circular motions to really build it up in the outer crease. And then after I get all of the color pigment off, I'm kind of blending it in with windshield wiper motions. That way we get a more flawless, seamless look. Perfect. Okay? So now we just have like a nice base. Now we're going to start going in with a little bit of the darker colors. In order to do that, I'm going to get another blending brush, but this blending brush is a little more tapered so we can get really into that crease. And the first color I'm going to use with the darker shades is going to be this one here. All over my brush, kind of tap it off a little bit. In the same concept, I'm going to start off in the outer corner in circular motions. Wow, I love this color. So pretty. And then windshield wiper motions after that. green eyes, blue eyes, brown eyes. It brings out the color in all 3 colors. That's so pretty. So after I bring that color in, I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used with the crease colors. It has a little bit of residue left on it, but that's okay. I'm just going to go back over and make sure everything's blended, because that's very important when you're going in with darker colors. You don't want any harsh lines. So next up in the darker colors, I'm going to go in with this really pretty burnt red orange. I've never dipped into this one yet, so I'm excited to see the pigment in it. Ooh yeah, I like that brown undertone it has. And same thing, circulars. And I'm really keeping this one like in my crease. I'm not really bringing this one up at all. And actually, I don't have like any fallout, which is kind of crazy for these dark colors. So after I get these darker colors in place, I'm going to go in with my lid color. And I'm so excited about this lid color, y'all have no idea. So I am going to be using this burnt orangey red, I don't know, it's beautiful color. But I'm first going to spritz my flat synthetic brush with some Fix Plus, because Jaclyn did say that these pigments do go on better with a little bit of like a Fix Plus or a setting spray. So I'm just going to dab into there and put it all over my lid. Oh my god, this is so freaking gorgeous. There is no denying that. Like, can you even? That's so pretty. Just do it for me. Okay, so this is going to be our lid look. Like, can you die or no? I'm going to go ahead and finish my highlight and all of that, and then we're going to do our liner, our brows, and get all of that done. So for highlight today, I'm going in with a little jewel that you may or may not have seen before. This is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighting pattern, y'all. This stuff, like every time I wear it, people are like, what is that highlight? Like, it looks so good. And I'm like, it's just Wet n Wild. It was, I actually got one buy one get one half off. So this was $2.50. $2.50. Like, hello, that's a no-brainer. And this stuff is like so blinding. It's beautiful. So for highlight, I still use the same brush that I've always used. It's this white synthetic brush, and I use the tip of it. So I go in and, like, can you see that? Because, OMG. Get that all over, like, so pretty. All over my cheeks. Ugh. Like, y'all, I'm dying. Then I dab a little bit on my finger and I go to my Cupid's bow. Another dab on the finger. And just slightly at my nose, and then with a clean finger, I kind of blend it in just like that. Not too much, like I don't like a crazy nose highlight. I don't want to look oily yet, but yeah. So isn't that beautiful? Or if you don't think it's beautiful, like, who are you? And then next we have my other Wet n Wild item. Well, this might be sponsored by Wet n Wild. I wish it was, but it's not. A Wet n Wild blush. It's called Mellow Wine. It's a really pretty corally brown color. I'm not into like pink blushes. Actually, when I was younger, like in high school, I was like totally against blush because I thought I already had like flushed skin, so I would never wear blush. So now I'm verging into the more brown blush shades. And as you can see, it's just nice and subtle, nothing too crazy. But it's still really pretty, and it still ties into these burnt colors that we have in my eyes. So I think it's a really perfect color for my cheeks, especially in the summertime. I really like it. And now we're going to go in and start with our brows. For brows, I still use the NYX eyebrow pencils. It's still my favorite, and I actually really love this color on my eyebrows. And it is the color light brown. It has a pretty auburn tint to it. I have recently discovered this brand called Essence. I don't know if you've heard of it, but if you haven't, you need to try it. It's very cheap, but I do find some things that are awesome. Like this Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. It's like a little mascara wand, and it's kind of tinted. It's a little darker than the color of my eyebrow pencil, and then I just go through after I do the pencil and I comb through it with this, and I find that it kind of gives my eyebrows more of a natural dimension, kind of coloring the actual hairs of my eyebrow. All of them in there. Doesn't that look amazing? So after we get our brows done, it's time to highlight our brow bone in our inner corner. And to do that, we're going to use that same brush that we used to do our lid, except I cleaned it off. And we don't need to spritz it. But we are going to use the exact same color that I used on my cheekbones. So we just dab a little in there. You start on the very top of your arch and just smooth it in. Just like so. And the same on the other side. The very top, and then just bring it in to each side. Then after you do your eyebrows, you do your inner corner. Can never forget the inner corner. Voila, like so. And then now we're gonna do our under eye area here. To do our under eye, I'm using this little pencil brush from my Morphe palette, my Morphe set. And we're going to go in with the same colors that we did on our eyes. So we're going to start off with this color here. And go all in our under eye. Voila. Next up, we're going to go in with this color. Just start building up the colors the same way that we build up the colors on our eyes. And lastly, we're going to go in with the darkest shade we used right here. So we have a pretty burnt orangey color under our eyes as well. And for a final pop, I'm going to go in with this yellowy sun color since it's shady out. I'm just going to brighten up my eyes. I'm going to come in with that under where I did all of those. Kind of brighten up the under eye, like so. So now it is time for eyeliner. lately I have been not using the harsh white color for my eyeliner to tightline or my cry area. I've been using a nude. I feel like it's a little bit more subtle, especially whenever you're doing such a dramatic look. So for my cry line, I am going in with this Wonder Pencil by NYX in Light. It's just a pencil that you can sharpen. And I'm going to paint that in to brighten up my eyes a bit. There we are. And then we're going to go in with our liquid liner now. For liquid liner, I am using this NYX Waterproof Epic Ink Liner. You guys, this stuff I've been obsessed with. And I'm not doing a wing today. I am just going to line the area where I'll be putting my false lashes. So just following your lash line. That way you can disguise your lashes a little better. So just nice and simple, but y'all, this stuff goes on so smoothly I don't even have to pull my eyes taut, which is like an actual modern day miracle, because I was never ever be able to put on my eyeliner without pulling my eyes, and I'm like definitely afraid of wrinkles, so like thank God for that eyeliner, because I don't want wrinkles. And does anybody want wrinkles? I don't think so. And after we put on that eyeliner, we're just going to coat our lashes with just a nice layer of mascara, and I'm using the tried and true Maybelline Voluminous Black mascara. I'm not going to pain you through the process of me putting on false lashes, so I will be putting them on and then I'll be right back. But I am going to show you what I will be putting on. I just bought these. I'm not sure if I'm going to like them yet, but I got them whenever I bought my Jaclyn Hill palette. And these are the Morphe Calabasas Black Lashes. So I'm really excited to try them. And they're on. If there's an award for like worst false lash applier, it would probably be me. It takes me 5 hours to put them on, but here they are, and I actually really like the way they look. They're like half natural, half not natural, which I'm loving. So after I put on my lashes, the last step is our lips. And since we went with such a dramatic look on our eyes, I like to go in with a nice nude on my lips. And this color seems dark to some people, but since my skin is so tan right now, this is kind of like a nude on me. And this is the NYX Liquid Suede Lip in the color 4. Sorry, Soft Spoken. I'm like, what? 4? Soft Spoken. So it looks like this. And I really love the way these apply. I have been loving these since they came out. And there you have the lips. And to finish it all off, I'm just going to spray my whole face with some MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime. It's not going to give me long lasting, but it's going to just make everything come together and make everything just suction into my face and make it more skin-like, as if this looks like skin, but we're just going to pretend. And there you have it, you guys. This is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed and you learned something new today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.